are some of the key components to a healthy relationship?
Well, the big three, I call it, right? The big three is going to be making sure you know yourself, right? Know what you want and your needs. You can't do anything without that, right? The second piece
Oh,
of it, and make sure you understand how to express your wants and needs to whoever you're trying to get in a relationship with, so they can understand what you want. And then the other piece is going to be understanding what they want and need, right? Because if those things are misaligned, then as you progress through the relationship and then involve emotions, it's going to be some people stepping on toes, right? If they're not aligned.
totally.
So those are the big three. And then we got some more things in between once you start, but you got to know where you're going before you can even get started, right?
Mm-hmm. So I had a
Awesome.
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
People that are premarital before they get married, is that a
Yeah,
big suggestion for them to, how people go see their pastor for a time and they do counseling with
absolutely.
your pastor? Do you think that it's important for them to do premarital therapy together as a couple?
Yeah, I do. Only because, you got to think, knowing yourself is one part of it, right? Being interdependent with someone else is a whole different skill set, right? So
Mhm.
you can have lived by yourself independently or in what I call casual relationships and thinking that, oh, I got this. But then once you commit, and we're talking about long term, right? Once
Mhm.
you commit, it's a different type of skill set you got to have, right? So you got to make sure that you're not just operating off of emotion. Emotions can be, I love you, I want to be with you, we have fun. Those are emotional type responses
Mhm.
versus kind of adding some of the logic in there, which is, are we going to be good for each other down the road, especially as we grow, because we're going to continue to grow. Are we going to grow together, or are we going to grow apart, right?
Right.
Woo! That is the whoop, the caveat, the icing on the cake. I mean,
Yeah,
really, because we all think that puppy love is gonna last, but them dogs
that's
get
right.
old and they
That's
forget
right.
to
Mhm.
bark.
That's right. That's right. And I tell people, if the relationship was a road trip, right, and gas was love,
Mhm.
then we can break down halfway on the road trip with a full tank of love, right? So love is not going to get us there. We need to check the tires, the engine, all the other stuff needs to be looked
Everything.
at as well.
Ooh
Yeah.
Yeah.
wee, ooh
Yeah.
wee. We come in with these preconceived notions that it's gonna be butterflies and lollipops and silver moons, and
Yep.
it is a
Yep.
sad awakening. Okay,
Yeah.
so what role does trust play in the relationship in a healthy partnership?
Everything. My foundational pieces. And when you talk about foundational stuff, 90% of what I spend my time on in my therapy session is going to be communication, trust, compassion, intimacy, right? So all
Mhm.
those things are intertwined,
Ooh,
right? So you
I should
can't
have had
have
my
trust
notebook
without
out.
you can't have trust without communication, right? You can't have trust without compassion, and you can't have the other ones without trust. So once trust is broken,
Mm.
there is a way back, right? You
Mhm.
can't rebuild trust, but the only way you rebuild trust is you have to reset the expectations and then adhere to that over time. A lot of people think, oh, with time itself that'll be enough, but like I know, wounds don't close up just because of time. It's just getting more tender, right?
Mhm.
Ooh, bars. Get more
Mhm.
tender. Bars. Give me a hot 16 real quick. That was authentically
I like her. I
flowing.
like you. I
This
like
is
you.
my
Okay.
cousin. This is my
I
cousin.
love it.
Yes.
She already on my good list for Christmas. I like it. I like it.
Thank you for listening to Soulful Conversation. We hope you enjoyed tonight's Soulful Conversation. Be sure to stay connected with us during the week through our weekly podcast on Spotify, our YouTube channel, Patreon, and social media.